As we observe National Safety Week like every year, it's the perfect time to highlight the critical importance of workplace safety, especially in the manufacturing sector. Every year, countless incidents remind us that safety is not just a compliance requirement, it's a culture that needs to be embedded in every aspect of our operations. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mojo for Industry Presents National Safety Week special digital dialogue on how to make manufacturing facilities safe. Knowledge partner for this session is Schmersal India, a leading provider of machine safety solutions and services. So, through this exclusive digital dialogue today, we bring together industry experts, thought leaders, and safety professionals to discuss the biggest safety challenges in manufacturing, innovative solutions and best practices, the role of technology in enhancing workplace safety, and of course, strategies to build a safety culture. That's a kind of safety first culture within the manufacturing ecosystem. So, without further ado, let's begin by introducing our first speaker, Mr. Muthusekar, who is the Chief Operating Officer at Hailstone Innovations and Additional Director at Revti Equipment India Limited. He is today joining us from the city of Bhubaneswar, and today he will discuss the importance of workplace safety in manufacturing facility.
So first, thanks to Shubhajit and Mojo for Industry inviting me as a consecutive 4 years to speak on safety, and also kudos to you and your team for conducting it without a break and making it as a signature show for Mojo for Industry. Also happy to be part of the eminent panelists. In fact, I have been advocating for safety being a curriculum in the schools and colleges, so that at least the future generation are well prepared and on the safety and they are more productive. The working class who are between 21 to 58 or 60 years old, the population is approximately somewhere around 45% of the population is the working class between 21 age to 58. I am putting a minimum amount 100 rupees. It could be called as €1 or $1 a day by every individual. The Indian economy will soon become the third largest economy in the world, and the Viksit Bharat vision will be definitely achieved. When we go there, people are talking about 80 hours of working, some talking of 70 hours of working, some talking of smart work, some talking of hard work. But I say that if safety is part and parcel of the work culture in the industry, in the in every activity, 10% GDP will straight away increase. Industry accidents are only 30% are being reported, and in that 30%, which constitute about 2% loss to the GDP, the entire volume is going to be reported, then it is going to be somewhere around 6 to 7%. And already a record which is available in terms of the road accidents, what we have, that is about 7% loss to the GDP. So if we combine this 7 and 6%, definitely a 10% growth on the GDP will be possible if we are making a safe working culture, safe environment in the industries, and the safety practices are being practiced. So this is the way I wanted to kickstart the discussion. Thank you.
And 10% contribution to the GDP, if we consider safety as a primary aspect to consider.
If you want me the number quantify, I can tell this is approximately 40 lakh crore will be addition if the safety practices are 40 lakh crore year on year will be added to the GDP and to the nation growth.
With that, even though the most important aspect is the human life, the value of human life.
You can't even quantify what's the number. A loss is a loss, whether it could be for the family. And also the study says that the age group between 21 to 30 are the highest number of industrial accidents happen. And imagine their career of another 40 years to work if they are going to lose it between the 21 to 30 age group, which is having the maximum number of industrial accidents in a manufacturing place or in a company. So it's going to be a huge loss for their family and as an individual.
So these figures, what Mr. Muthusekar is mentioning, or highlighting rather, these are all cause of concerns. So thank you so much, sir, for putting all those numbers and the figures. So now I will invite Mr. Chris Brogli, who is the Global Vice President of Safety Business Development at Ross Controls. He will take us through the machine safety development process. That's a key element in ensuring accident-free operations. Over to Chris.
Thank you, everyone, for inviting me to speak. I'm from the U.S., but I have a global responsibility, and I travel around the globe helping companies implement safety programs. And I often implement solutions that impact productivity. If safety is done correctly, it is complementary to production. And also, people struggle and put in partial energy solutions or partial safety solutions. They might do really good at putting in a light curtain, but they might not put in the safety control devices like electrical safety, hydraulic safety, pneumatic safety, and other sources of energy safety. They may only do part of the solution. And another thing, people don't document the steps that they're taking. And in a court of law, it basically says if you didn't document it, you didn't do it. So I'm going to take you through a process that we use to help companies develop and define their safety programs. First, we spend time with the company understanding what are your intentions, how do you want to move forward, and how long do we have to get this program done. The next one, people sometimes start implementing safety programs without understanding where they're at today. So you have to set a baseline. So we do that by doing audits, the assessment process through audits. Once we have those assessments done, that drives machinery improvement plans and equipment modifications. Once we have done those modifications, we then need to validate and make sure that it met the requirements of the risk assessment. And one of the things that's often overlooked after we modify a machine, people forget to train the operators. So this 7-step process we've been using for years has been very effective. So you want to spend time developing a strong specification that identifies what you're going to do for your lockout program, what you're going to do for machine control programs, how you're going to train your employees, and then how you're going to inspect your equipment to make sure that it stays in good shape. So specifications create a foundation for safety system development. What I call machine safety, and machine safety uses safety input, safety logic devices, and safety output devices in order to drive safety solutions. And our risk assessment showed performance level D and Cat 3 in the example above. Well, we've got to pick devices that meet those requirements. And unfortunately, a lot of people are using standard products for safety applications, and then they have failures of the devices because they haven't used reliable products. They also implement sometimes the wrong structure, so they're not getting to the safety performance they need. So that's why it's critical to have a specification of what components and what structure you're going to implement within your organization. And the big difference is it's not just that they're red and yellow products, it's that they have additional technologies. So some of these have self-monitoring, mechanical devices have direct driven contacts, and they also have multiple signal paths. So it's more than just color. They're technologically better and are designed to fail to a safe state. And so implementation of these is crucially important. So we should be looking at safety input, safety logic, and safety output. If we do not choose safety output devices, we are doing incomplete safety solutions. And this is what is happening a lot in this industry, this partial safety integration. And once we have started to implement these, we also need to understand the different types of safety circuits and how those need to be implemented. And then we need to calculate our performance level that's achieved, and that is based on looking at categories, reliability of the components, and something called diagnostic coverage. And what we do when we do that is we collect the information and we do the calculation, and we actually have a way to verify that we meet or exceed the performance level that was identified in the risk assessment. So this is what I call a step-by-step safety development process. And the last step in that process then is validating it, because if you didn't document it, it didn't happen. And so you have to put yourself in a defendable position. So this is a way companies can protect themselves, is by doing proper validation and documentation of their safety solutions. Once those solutions are implemented, they then need to train their operators on how to use these new machines. And then, so in conclusion here, having a safety plan defines the process. Having standards that define the requirements are needed because it puts a roadmap together for the implementation process. And by selecting and implementing products in the correct way and validating and verifying what you've done. So you don't start a journey without a map. Why should you start your safety program any differently?
So thank you so much, Mr. Chris, for taking us through the machine safety development process. That's like today we all talk about Industry 4.0, even people are talking about Industry 5.0 as well. But seldom we talk about the safety 4.0, you know. But there are companies like Schmersal, they take proactive measures to provide solution for the industry-ready solutions, Industry 4-ready solutions that takes care of the safety aspect. So now I'll be joined by Mr. Kunal Sharma, who is the General Manager for North, Central and East India at Schmersal India. He will discuss manufacturing safety 4.0 and how technology plays a transformative role in improving workplace safety.
This presentation will showcase about how the technology are nowadays improving the safety, as well as you can say we can having many different aspects in improving the workmanships or including the technology which is there. So just to have a short introduction, what Schmersal it is having. Schmersal is a German MNC. So this is a global site which we are having. 4 plants it is in Germany, 1 in Brazil, 1 in China, 1 in Pune, and the latest plant that is in US. So this is our plant in Pune. So the main motto of the Schmersal is that we are the solution provider for system and solution, with which we are giving the entire turnkey solution to the customer, with which they can implement the installation of the systems as well as the control, safety controllers, safety field boxes, and the IO links. And along with that, we are having with the Technicum, who is our neutralized company, who will work as a neutral body to give a solution to the industry. So coming into, Mr. Chris has given some of the brief of the risk assessment. Now it is like in Technicum services, we are conducting a risk assessment. Just lead with a one example that this is one motor where there is a probability of occurrence is 8, frequency of exposure, and the severity. So we have to calculate this HRN number. It is a hazard rating number. So it is a multiplication of all 3 factors as well as the number of a person who is involving. You can see we are enclosing all the hindrance where which is affected, and it will be controlled by input logic as well as output. So here you can see, even if this probability of occurrence is lower down, even if the frequency is on a higher side to interact with the machine, then also the HRR number will be reduced. So this is what we are covering under a roof of Technicum. Then we are also having the Industry 4.0 solution, where we are monitoring 3 things: conditional monitoring of your lines, maintenance, as well as the predictive maintenance. So here you can see this is the complete layout of your machine, which can be showed on the remote cockpit of your monitor, or maybe a remote access. There you can know how many interlocks are there, how many doors are there, and what is the correct position or is there in the real time. Once if you find any hurdle, then it will be show it on your cockpit itself, so that you can know which particular station is having a fault. Then we come to the maintenance mode. In the maintenance, you can see if there is certain mishappen or maybe short circuit happen, you came to know which particular machine having which particular sensor is having a faulty thing, so that the maintenance person will go there and cut down the maintenance work, and it will reduce the downtime of the machines. Then the predictive maintenance means that it will give you the lifeline of the product which is using on the field, based on the data, based on the analytics, because every product having some lifetime, so that it will give you the real time how many weeks are left, how many days are left, so that the maintenance person can be prepared in advance to do the downtime in on the time. In the digitalization, we having developed one software. With this software, we are making this digital lotto in the monitoring as well as documentation. So the lockout tagout is that, like, we develop a software. So how this digital lotto works, it is like the requester will start a lotto by scanning a QR code which is mounted on the machine, and they has to upload the live photograph of detaching or disconnection of the energy sources of the machine. Afterwards, the approver will get the all information requested from the requester. Then based on the photo evidence, the requester will provide the capability of whether it is approved or reject. If it is approved, then they should give the comment, or even they will also comment on that particular software, so that the people who is working on the lotto system can do the things. Then once the activity has been started, then after the completion, the reverse lotto is also been initiated. Based on that reverse lotto, the requester need to provide all the photographs which is in the live manner for the removal of the locks and restoring the energy source, so that with the communication and the collaboration within the team is been increased. It will also give you the real time of the situation of lotto which is conducting on the field, and it will be enhancing the collaboration along with the worker as well as the supervisor. Then there is a streamline of the standardization can be happen with this particular software, so that it will be not based on the paper, it will all on the cloud, and it is reducing the paper based process. Schmersal is also working on the AI solutions. So on the AI solution, it is a camera based AI solution. So we having three systems which we can give solution to the customer. So it is a modular ecosystem which is developed for a video analytics that integrate with the environment as well as the information that the industry is currently facing. So there are three systems. One is Seki, then Kuka, and AIRA. So in the Saki, there is two things. One, you have to measure the behavior of the employee against while they are working, and it will can be monitored at 24/7. Then for the Kuka, it is for the quality check, and the another is for the IRA, it is for the artificial intelligence for the reduction of the accidents. Last one is that artificial intelligence. Here you can see there are three videos we can I can just explain. Here the first person is having entire PP which is there, but his hand don't have any gloves while doing the work. So this can be monitored, and this can be rectified when the human interaction with the machines. So these are the data, or these are the dashboard, or maybe software interface that we are giving to the customer for this.
So thank you all for joining us today for the Mojo for Industry presents National Safety Week special digital dialogue on how to make manufacturing facilities safe. Our sincere thanks to Knowledge Partner for this session, Schmersal India, a leading provider of machine safety solutions and services. At Mojo for Industry, we remain committed to bringing you informative and impactful discussions on industry trends and challenges. Stay connected with us for more such dialogues, and let's continue working together towards a safer industrial ecosystem.